Hello, I'm happy to welcome you taking a short trip to see the Puli Hotel in Spa, Shanghai, where I spent almost half years joining in, especially my workplace, the Phoenix Eatery and Bar. I would like to share how I experienced, what I've learned, and where the chances are. For the first goal I've made about French improving, I actually did not fully achieve the level that I hope I may develop. The reason goes for two aspects. One is about the position I took up. I worked as a hostess to welcome guests and assign table to them, take reservations and ensure the guests feel satisfied with it. So using formal English properly during the guest interaction is one of the standards that I must follow up, which means I've got very few opportunities to pick both professional terminology and conversational French up. The other negative factor is because I can hardly get much more spare time to make sure effective systematic study and practice. However, I would like to share a little thing that I indeed make guests feel more warm and kind when I was trying to do some greeting in French for the French-speaking guest service process. Even just a word, bonjour or bienvenue. Thus, I realized that learning a second language really helps me a lot after full service way. And I must make good use of not only the class, but also spare time to master much more spoken French. Refer to the second objectives of communication. I must say that I had much to learn through to gain acting as a hostess. When a BEO, banquet event order, comes to be done with the cooperation of restaurant, my duty is to become a harmonizing communicator to let sales and marketing colleagues know how executive capability is going based on a daily running situation of restaurant. Definitely that is also a good way to enhance my email ability. Additionally, foresight or predictable requirements is no doubt another form of communication skill to have been practiced. Once had a business single guest who was looking for something in next city, with taking along a laptop, and I brought a data cable, a charger to ask if he need any help. His appreciation makes me feel a sense of achievement that is still hit on my mind. So the thing I learned is observation, power of action instead of ideas alone, and being sincere as the polite way I was trained. So to develop this kind of things should be my task during the following term. Talking about to understand and be involved in F&B operating process. I thought I've reached my expect objective through the way work for cross-department support. To my point of view, guests have their own different expectations to different F&B sections. For example, restaurant is hoped to concentrate on the innovation of flavor for food, service quality, also a privacy dining experience. The multiple choices of wine plus creative alcohol beverage with many flavors may attract various consumers, especially walking guests. Catering or banquet may need to pay much more attention to increase efficiency to make sure running smoothly and accurately. And I'm totally looking forward learning how events will go in details and plan our own banquet this semester. Thanks to what I've trained about our wine list, I've got chances to see and taste some drinks new. I'm hereby willing to show you my relevant notes. A real trick in wine learning is to taste more while you're trying to recognize different wine label which is a great helper to develop a sense of taste. I do think the contact of wine and bar class could be a benefit when I get to know some alcohol of wine or beverage in a fast learning way, because of a basic wine framework of elements I've taken during class time. I wish I could come to visit Vineyard to see how it works with holding a procedure of production and vinification and feel it more. When I look back the period of internship, I feel being worthy of deeply understanding my work status, which probably be as a great reference value for my second internship or even for my further career. Okay, let's talk about what I found for myself. The first is for sure that I strictly fulfill the hostess responsibilities very well, which brings me much satisfaction and confidence by my manager, director of F&B, or employees in other departments praise. To be specific, as my characters, smiling very often, English communication without any barriers, and working actively other than the most of trainee state, the daily work almost won't go wrong, even during the most peak meal times. Let's take an example to show off. I usually take notes to remind myself which table do long-staying guests prefer, what pre-meal drinks and newspaper they like, and of course what kind of information I've got may help other departments which should be available get ready in advance. And I'm pretty sure the more details you prepared, the much motivation you're gonna have. Like I was sometimes asked about where did I work before, because some employee think I might not be just a trainee here. And every time when I made a little progress than yesterday, a thought comes to my mind saying to me, "See, Carol, that's what Poliway emphasized that since care, humanity are, and you could be better." So I naturally enjoy showing my pleasure to welcome guests and my colleagues with every time we touch. But to be honestly, what bothered me very much is unreasonable request manager put on me. Sometimes I was contemporarily asked to work overtime to take the position supposed to be someone else, like to fold up a service cloth, which is out to do by the following shift. This kind of additional work intensity runs out of much energy that may make me feel tired of future work. Of course, my low energy level must be one of the factors that causes weakness. Thus, except for a strict communication with manager, what I'm able to change is to take more exercise and to get a full sleep. There's one daily mission as a hostess is to collect today's guest comments and send an email to our manager. Thanks to Mr. Payment and Hospitality class, I do realize how important the first-hand resource is for the further restaurant running. Thus, I clearly see and consider asking the dining experience from guests. And then gradually I do find the feedback getting better and complaints reduced. And the other person I would like to say thank you to is Miss Fion, our director of F&B. She could be regarded as a role model and a mentor whom I would like to be in my further career. I'm pretty impressed the way she's got it down on the ground to have cleaning or adjusting my uniform into proper looking. I would say everything was well organized and went along effectively whenever she was, just due to a leadership that people trust and follow, and more enduringly authentic, also a kind-hearted, approachable personality. As what I explained in the analyzing part, the challenges that prevented me to meet my goals are lack of spare time, not enough working coverage and involvement, which is probably improved by planning my time effectively and doing a rotating internship by next chance. There is no doubt that working in a police is a great time, a great experience for me, and I would like to say, police, thank you and see you.